welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Claire and this is The Wanderlust Way. In today's video, I'm going to share with you our trip to Covent Garden in London, England, where we are going to explore. We've actually come down for to see Mrs. Doubtfire, the musical, at the Shaftesbury Avenue Theatre. But on the way, we are going to share with you our little trip of Theatreland. So as you know, if you've watched some of my videos before, I'm well into my history and just love finding cool places. So I'm going to try and find some and share them with you in this video.
Covent Garden is a district in London on the eastern edge of the West End. It's located in the borough of Camden and is one of London's most loved neighbourhoods. If you are arriving by the Underground, then I'd recommend using either Holborn or Leicester Square tube station. Both are a short walk to the central attractions, but you'll avoid the 193 steps at the Covent Garden station. A fun fact for you is that the journey from Covent Garden to Leicester Square is London's shortest tube journey at less than 300 yards. Now save that, you might get it in a pub quiz. Covent Garden is the epicentre of London's Theatreland, a title it has claimed since the reign of Charles II. With over 20 theatres, it's the place to be if you're looking for world-class entertainment. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some of my favourite sites for any theatre lover. We're going to share places to eat, where we stayed, and look at some really cool and interesting things along the way. If you enjoy the video, please give it a like to help support the channel, and feel free to share your travel tips or questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, let the show begin. So the first thing we need to do is drop our bags off at the hotel.
We're onto a roll already because we've just checked in early to the travel lodge. It's only like lunchtime. And they've upgraded us for free to a, what kind of room is this? Premium room. No extra money. So yeah, let's hope the rest of the day plans out like this. Before I start causing an absolute mess everywhere, I'll just show you very briefly what I'm sure you've probably, well, you might not have been to a travel lodge before. I haven't seen the premium rooms before, so this is a novelty for me. But the bathroom's pretty much like what you'd standardly probably get. And the bed. But what did you say, Ada? You get a coffee machine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fancy. And, oh, I was excited about this, you get Kit Kats. So that's awesome. We've got a view. So this is I'll drop the location details down below, but this is the closest travel lodge to the theatre if you're going to see Mrs. Doubtfire. And this is why we booked it. But really happy with the room, although we'll not really be in it very long. Because this is the view from the corridor in the travel lodge. Show you whereabouts we are. I'm going to go and try and find somewhere to eat. So lunch stop on the trip is the Theatre Cafe Diner, where they do musical show singing. It's a show themed bar, restaurant sort of thing, so cafe. So let's take a look inside and see what the food's like.
When it seems there is no one across this whole earth to depend upon to carry on. One, two, three, four. All small life, and all I see is Hillary forever and forever. Oh, it's only in my mind.
Celebrate, remember, here in the light of day.
You got to remember now. Yeah, I'm up next. See, I broke England from the church. Yeah, I'm that sexy. Why did I lose my head while my sleeves made me dream?
I've just come out of the Theatre Cafe. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely amazing. If you're a theatre fan or you're doing a bit of a theatre trip, it's well worth the visit. And the food was not expensive. They could have really ripped people off, but they haven't. And the singers were incredible. It was really, really good. So that's the Theatre Cafe, and it's in the heart of Covent Garden, so it's near all the shows and stuff. So it's a brilliant location. Not quite sure what time they're open, but it's worth giving it a go.
Now, as we've got a little bit of time to kill before the start of the Mrs. Doubtfire performance, let's have a look around some of the theatres that this area has to offer. Some of the most famous theatres anyway, and I'll tell you a little bit of history about them.
Next stop on the trail is the Theatre Royal, which is just off Drury Lane. Now, this is a very famous theatre. I believe it's the oldest theatre in London. Loads of history, which I'll share with you in a second. But for now, let's take a look at the Theatre Royal.
Located on Drury Lane, the Theatre Royal is a Grade 1 listed building that has been owned by Andrew Lloyd Webber since 2008. It's been a site for entertainment since 1663 and is the world's oldest theatre site in continuous use. The building we see today opened in 1812, but unfortunately the previous buildings on this site have had a lot of misfortune, with a series of fires, meaning it's been destroyed, rebuilt, demolished and rebuilt several times over. And so with hundreds of years of theatrical history, this building has borne witness to a number of fascinating events. It is here where the British public first heard the national anthem and Rule Britannia. On that note, look out for another couple of pit stops later in the video that link to that event. Since then, there have been a number of notable performances, including My Fair Lady, starring Julie Andrews, Rex Harrison and Stanley Holloway. In 1974, a live album was released by Monty Python, recorded here. And more recently, it's been home to a glittering array of musicals, including Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Up until September 2024, the Theatre Royal is home to the Disney's Frozen musical. This theatre has also been the site of dark goings-on, including murder, and many claim it is one of the most haunted theatres in the world. I'll be sharing some of those stories on a separate video, so if you like your spooky stories and you're interested in that, please subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out.
Okay, so next on the stop is the Royal Opera House, which is also a very, very important theatre here in Covent Garden, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it as we go and have a little look.
The Royal Opera House can be found on Bow Street and is about a 3-minute walk from the Theatre Royal. It is home to two world-famous companies, the Royal Opera and the Royal Ballet. The Royal Opera House is an iconic British institution and said to be one of the most stunning theatres in the world. It too has an unfortunate history where fire is concerned, and so the building we see today is the third attempt. The facade, foyer and auditorium date from 1858, but its history began right back in 1728. The main auditorium seats 2,256 people, making it the third largest in London. It's been home to a number of interesting events, including being the site where the first public piano performance was played in England. Records tell us that on the 16th of May 1767, a Miss Bricker sang a song from Handel's Judith to the accompaniment of Charles Dibdin. Over the years, it's played stage to a number of legends, including Pavarotti. A notable piece to look out for when visiting is the Bridge of Aspiration, which can be seen if you go down the side of the building. The Bridge of Aspiration was created in 2003 to link the Royal Ballet School with the Royal Opera House. It is to represent the fluidity of dance while linking two buildings which are not exactly aligned. The designer of the bridge received an architectural award, and there's no surprise, as its construction involves 23 aluminium frames which twist to create a concertina effect. The inside of the bridge is not open to the public, so we'll just appreciate it from the outside today.
Opposite the Royal Opera House, there is a statue of a ballerina, which I'll show you and tell you a little bit more about.
This bronze statue, known as the Young Dancer, was created by London-based artist Enzo Plazzota. It shows a female dancer seated on a stool. The statue was erected in 1988 and has been here on Broad Street ever since.
Next up is the reason we've actually come down here in the first place, and that is to see Mrs. Doubtfire. We are here going to the Shaftesbury Theatre for the matinee. At 3:30 it begins. It's about 2:45 now. So let's go and have a look.
The largest independent theatre in the West End, the Shaftesbury has a reputation for high quality productions. It opened on Boxing Day 1911 after being constructed in just under 5 months, with its first production being The Three Musketeers. At this time it went by the name of the New Prince's Theatre, changing to the Shaftesbury Theatre in 1962. It's seen a number of stars, including Fred Astaire, Anthony Hopkins, Eric Sykes, John Thaw, Rowan Atkinson and Amanda Holden, to name but a few. It has a capacity of just over 1,400 people and can be found on the Shaftesbury Avenue.
So, Mrs. Doubtfire, dear, you Juvenile Doubtfire, absolutely incredible. If you ever get the chance to come and watch that, brilliant, yeah. So, now tonight we are going to a theatre themed restaurant. So, if the opportunity arises, I shall take you along with me. We are just going back to the Travel Lodge first to get freshened up. We haven't got a lot of time, but we're going to do that. So we're just opposite the Theatre Royal, or the side of the Theatre Royal anyway, and this is the restaurant that's been recommended. Sarastro or something like that. I'll drop it in. Yeah, that's where we're going to go. We're going to go and give it a try. So this is the restaurant, Sarastro, you see it? On Drury Lane, opposite the Theatre Royal, and I think they do a theatre dinner menu as well, but we'll see what they've got when we get inside.
Sarastro has been here since 1996 and is famously referred to as the show after the show. Their website tells me that it's named Sarastro after a character in Mozart's Magic Flute. It's housed inside a Grade 2 listed Victorian building, and the decor, well, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this. The menu is a bit of a blend of Mediterranean, Turkish / Greek mix. They do a set menu, or you can order off the main one as well. We decided we only wanted one course, so we just went straight for the main menu.
Wow. And Rupert,
He's waiting for his dinner. He's waiting for his dinner. What is it? Kofta?
Yeah.
Kofta, and I've got moussaka. And then we've ordered a side Greek salad. What did you think of your dinner, Adrian, in this restaurant?
It was very nice. They had some sort of kofta, beef and lamb kofta, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With rice, some like onion mix, and chilli sauce. The chilli sauce was gorgeous. And they had a Turkish salad, which I shared with you. And I had olives.
You even tried a little olive, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
And I tried your aubergine.
And you did try a little bit of aubergine as well. Bloody hell, we have to mark today on the calendar, aren't we? Yeah. So I'm in the toilet in the bathroom at the restaurant, and all I'm going to say is you cannot be a prude if you come in here. Let me show you why. Yeah, it's full of naked people. There's naked people everywhere. They're all at it. All of them. Look. So we have finished at Sarastro, which was the theatre themed dining experience that we've just been to. Now, apparently they do live music usually on a Sunday evening, but it was cancelled tonight. Either way, the restaurant had a really, really nice, cool atmosphere. I was a little bit shocked when I went to the toilet. Saw lots of naked people. It brought back visions of Mas Palomas all over again. If you don't know about that, head over to the Gran Canaria video to find out what I'm on about. But yes, it was lovely. When the food first got presented to me, I was a bit like, oh, is this it for the money? But the flavours were beautiful, and they did have quite a lot of Mediterranean, Turkishy sort of things on the menu. So if that's your sort of thing, then I can recommend, and it's in a great location for especially the Drury Lane Theatre. Good morning. Today we will be heading home later on today, but before that we're going to take in a few more historical theatre related sites. So stay tuned if you'd like to explore Theatreland a little bit more.
The hub of Covent Garden has to be its market area, and movie fans may recognise some parts as it provided the backdrop for some popular films, including the 1964 movie My Fair Lady. There's a moment in that film where Eliza Doolittle, played by Audrey Hepburn, sells flowers while singing the iconic tune Wouldn't It Be Lovely? Head to the West Piazza and St Paul's Church portico to see that location. Goodwin's Court features in the 2018 version of Mary Poppins, and the romantic 2019 movie Last Christmas was also shot here, the crew creating a whole new shop in the market building. Since the 1660s, Covent Garden has never missed an opportunity to put on a performance, and it is here that passers-by have witnessed an array of top street performances over the years. Each day you can watch magicians, statues, singers and jugglers, with many modern-day artists starting off here. But this all started with a very famous performance in 1662.
So it was here in Covent Garden that the very first Punch and Judy show ever took place. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it as I show you some footage of this side of Covent Garden.
In May 1662, the diarist Samuel Pepys noted seeing a puppet play performed by the Italian puppet showman Pietro Gimondi. It was so popular that 5 months later it would be performed in front of King Charles II. The show featured a puppet called Pulcinella, aka Punch. The Punch and Judy story is a fascinating one, but there's quite a lot to cover, so we'll perhaps save that video for another day. If you're interested though, a puppet festival is held on the second Sunday in May near the site where Samuel Pepys first recorded citing Mr Punch. Puppeteers and Punch and Judy professors gather from all over the country to attend and perform in the garden of St Paul's Church. And so this takes us on to our next stop, the peaceful retreat in the heart of Covent Garden, also known as the Actors' Church.
So we are now at St Paul's Church, not to be confused by St Paul's Cathedral, which is in Covent Garden. It's been here for about 300 years, I believe, and is famously known as the Actors' Church. There are several famous people buried here, including Thomas Arne, who wrote Rule Britannia. It's a very, very important building here in Covent Garden, especially for the actors. There are several memorial plaques here. See if we can go inside. I'm not sure whether we'll be allowed to film, but I will try and get some photographs.
St Paul's Church, located in Bedford Street, backs onto the Covent Garden Piazza and is a Church of England parish church that was completed in 1633. It was the first entirely new church to be built in London since the Reformation. It's important to have St Paul's in this video as it plays a vital part in the entertainment world, where it has long been known as the Actors' Church due to its associations with all the nearby theatres. The connection began as early as 1662 with the establishment of the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane, and was further assured in 1723 with the opening of the Covent Garden Theatre, now the Royal Opera House. Step inside and you'll find memorials to an array of people from the showbiz community, including the likes of Charlie Chaplin, Peter O'Toole, Vivian Leigh, Boris Karloff, Barbara Windsor, Eric Sykes, June Whitfield and more. Thomas Arne, who was the composer of Rule Britannia, is actually buried here, and in a little while we'll take you to his house, which is just around the corner. The church and its gardens are also home to a number of memorial benches, and it's a peaceful spot to sit and escape the hustle and bustle of the city. Let's take a moment to walk round before heading out to find some more famous locations, finally ending the video at one of the coolest free attractions that all showbiz fans must try.
So not really theatre related, but it is still in the entertainment industry. And we're here in Neal's Yard, and my favourite things, Monty Python. I'm going to show you, 1 second. So here in Neal's Yard, you've got the studio where Monty Python recorded some of the Flying Circus. How amazing is that? That was amazing. My icons, Monty Python, actually got to see where the studio was that they created, the Flying Circus. Have we got any Monty Python fans watching? Let me know in the comments. Now, it's not theatre, but it is entertainment. And here behind me, I have got the offices where Brian Epstein, who was the manager of the Beatles, this is where his studio was. This plaque was unveiled by Cilla Black. So have we got any Beatles fans watching? Let me know in the comments.
And I promised you this one earlier. Can you guess who lived in a house like this?
We are at the home of a very famous composer. We are at 31 King Street at the home of Thomas Arne. Okay, so some of you might not recognise the names depending on your age. Well, I doubt anybody's still alive when there's alive in his time. Anyway, that's beside the point. So Thomas Arne, you might not recognise his name, but you will recognise his song. Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. So that's Thomas Arne's house. Thomas Arne was here.
We're going to finish off this video with the scenes in the square, which funnily enough can be found in Leicester Square, just a short walk from Covent Garden. It was launched in February 2020, and it's basically an interactive trail of statues that can be found dotted around. They're all movie characters, so it's quite interesting to do if you're doing the theatre trail. So enough talking, let's go and see if we can find all these wonderful characters.
So we've just approached in, and immediately you can see Laurel and Hardy perched on top of the ticket booth. I'll give you a close look in a second, but we'll go and see if we can find the rest of the statues, because I think that is very, very Theatreland. It feels very theatrical around here in Leicester Square. So let's have a look at that, and let me know if you've been. Have you seen all these statues? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying this video, please give us a thumbs up so I can make more. Thank you. Oh, what's up, Doc? Just found books. Don Lockwood singing in the rain, hanging on the lamppost. Practically perfect in every way. Look who I have just found. Mary Poppins. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I absolutely love Mary Poppins, and I'm going to show off now because I can do the thing. Docious Ali Exballistic Fragicalirupus. Yeah, sorry, that's a bit of a show off moment. Can you do it? Let me know in the comments. And then we are going to go through the square to see who else we can find.
What do you do? What does it Lego.
Oh, there's obviously a school trip going on today. Full of energy. I used to love school trips. Right, where should we start? Let's go and find Charlie Chaplin. We find Charlie Chaplin. Okay, and then who else could we find? So we've already found Laurel and Hardy. They're on top of the ticket theatre booth. And then there must be some, I know there's loads more around here. Let me find, I've just seen out of the corner of my eye Mr. Bean. So let's go and see where Mr. Bean is. He's on a bench. Right, I might come back to him because there's somebody sat next to him. Mr. Bean. Oh yeah, Mr. Bean. You see him? Oh, Mr. Bean. Ooh. Mr. Bean's very popular with the children, so we'll maybe come back to see him later. We'll try anyway. you will also find in the Leicester Square a statue of William Shakespeare. Let's have a look. To be or not to be? That is the question. So, Theatreland. Let's have a look. Oh, Harry Potter's over there. We'll maybe go and have a look at him again in a second when all the children have climbed off Harry Potter. I've been told to look high as well because there's meant to be Batman and Wonder Woman high up. So let me have a little look. See if I can find Batman and Wonder Woman for you. Really cleaning the windows. To be fair, this is a real life superhero. Look, we've got somebody up there cleaning the windows.
That's not Batman, it's a window cleaner.
No, I know, but I think that's like a real life superhero because I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd be too scared. Back down to where we were. Right. There we have spotted Batman. Right, hang on. Can you see him? Look for Batman. Can you see him? Batman! Watching over the city. It's Batman. I'm the Batman. No, I'm the Batman. This is so much fun. I'm absolutely loved doing a little treasure hunt. Looking for the statues. This is a fun, free activity to do, especially with children. So, we're just looking for Wonder Woman, which I have heard a little rumour that she's hanging around somewhere near the cinema. So we're just walking towards the View Cinema to see whether Wonder Woman is up there. Wonder Woman coming out of the View Cinema. That's how I feel when I get all my jobs done in one go. All the jobs done on my list. That's how I feel. That's the end of this video. We're finishing off in the Shakespeare Wetherspoons pub, which is just down on from Holborn Tube Station. We're going to catch the train home. Coming back again to London next month, I think. So if you are interested in London content, then do subscribe to the channel. And again, thank you for watching. Please give it a like if you've got this far. It really helps support the channel and allows me to make further content in the future. And have a great day. Happy wanderlusting. Bye.